The lights go out, you wait a minute, expecting them to flicker back on. They don't. An hour passes, then 4. Your phone is at 9%. The fridge is warming up, it's getting cold, it's completely dark, and you have no idea when this ends. Most Americans will live through a multi-day power outage at some point. A storm, a grid failure, a wildfire shutoff. And almost nobody is ready for it. Not because the gear is expensive, but because they never bought it before they needed it. So today, 13 survival gadgets that turn a blackout from a crisis into an inconvenience, counting down to the one thing that matters most. Let's get into it. Number 13. The light that fills a room, not a beam. A flashlight points somewhere, a lantern lights everywhere, and in a blackout, what you want is to make a room usable again, not to aim a spotlight at one corner. A single LED lantern turns a pitch-black kitchen back into a place where a family can sit, eat, and feel normal. And here's the thing it replaces. Candles. Open flame in a dark, crowded house full of tired people is one of the most preventable fire risks there is. A $10 lantern removes that risk entirely. Get one per room you actually use. Number 12. The most embarrassing thing to be missing. This sounds almost too simple to mention, until it happens to you. Your pantry is full of canned food, the power's been out for 2 days, and every can opener in your kitchen is electric. That's a real thing that happens to real people every winter. A basic hand crank can opener costs a few dollars, never needs power, and never breaks. Buy one, put it in a drawer you'll remember, and check right now that you own one. The best emergency gear is often the cheapest, most boring thing on the shelf. Number 11. When the power goes, the water often follows. People forget that municipal water systems run on electricity. A long outage can drop water pressure, contaminate the supply, or stop it entirely, and boil water advisories arrive at exactly the moment you can't boil anything. Keep food-grade water containers filled and stored somewhere cool and dark. And here's the trick most people don't know. When a storm is coming, fill your bathtub. That's not for drinking. It's for flushing toilets and washing, which is the thing nobody thinks about until day 2. Number 10. Hot food changes everything, but only outside. Cold food for 3 days does something to morale that's hard to describe until you've lived it. A small camping stove and a couple of fuel canisters mean hot meals, hot coffee, and boiled water throughout an outage. But this one comes with a hard safety rule, and it's not optional. Never ever run a camp stove, a grill, or a generator indoors, in a garage, or anywhere enclosed, not even with a window open. They produce carbon monoxide, which is invisible and odorless, and it kills people in exactly this scenario every single year. Cook outside, always. Number 9. The alarm that matters most on the night the power dies. This is the direct partner to the last item. During blackouts, people bring generators into garages, run grills on porches, and burn things indoors to stay warm. Carbon monoxide poisoning spikes after major storms for exactly this reason. A battery-powered carbon monoxide alarm is the only way to detect it, because you cannot see, smell, or taste it. Have one on every level of your home, near sleeping areas, and run generators far from the house, never inside, never near a window or vent. This item is on the list because it's the one that keeps the rest of the list from killing you. Number 8. Information, when everything else is silent. Cell towers have backup batteries that don't last forever. In a wide, long outage, your phone can become a very expensive brick. A hand crank or solar radio never runs out. You power it with your own hand. Most pull in NOAA weather broadcasts, which means you get official storm tracks, evacuation notices, and shelter locations straight from the source. Many double as a flashlight and can trickle charge a phone. In a disaster, knowing what's actually happening is the difference between good decisions and panic. Number 7. The quiet generator that lives indoors. Halfway there, and the next 6 are the ones that really matter. A power station is essentially a giant battery in a box. It safely runs indoors, silently, with no fumes, so it can keep phones, laptops, lights, a fan, or a keypad machine going for days. For anyone in your household who depends on powered medical equipment, this stops being a convenience and becomes essential. Pair it with a solar panel and you can recharge it indefinitely, even if the grid is down for a week. Size it to what you actually need to run, and charge it before storm season, not during it. Number 6. Because in the dark, you need your hands. Everybody buys flashlights, almost nobody buys headlamps, and then they spend a blackout holding a light in their teeth while trying to open a can, carry a child, or fix a breaker. A headlamp puts the light exactly where you're looking and leaves both hands free. Get one per person in the house, including the kids, and store them together in one place with spare batteries. It's the single most useful $10 in this entire video, and the item most people are surprised by. Number 5. Clean water, without power, heat, or plumbing. If a boil water advisory hits during an outage, you can't boil. That's the trap. A quality filter, a straw filter, a squeeze filter, or a gravity bag for a whole family removes bacteria and parasites without any electricity at all. A gravity filter is the underrated one. Hang the bag, let physics do the work, and you have gallons of drinkable water from a stream, a rain barrel, or a questionable tap. Water is the thing you cannot improvise and cannot go without. Solve it before you need to. Number 4. 3 days of food that needs nothing from you. Emergency food doesn't mean survival rations. It means shelf-stable food your family will actually eat, that requires no cooking and no refrigeration. Canned beans and fish, peanut butter, nuts, dried fruit, crackers, shelf-stable milk. Keep at least 3 days' worth, and rotate it into your normal meals so nothing expires. Don't forget pet food, and don't forget a manual can opener, which is why it's on this list. Aim for food that needs no power, because the whole premise here is that there isn't any. Number 3. The one gap that turns an outage into an emergency. The last 3 are the ones that genuinely save lives. A solid first aid kit is obvious. What people miss is medication. Pharmacies close during disasters. Refrigerated medicines like insulin need a plan. And in a dark, cold house, minor injuries, cuts, burns, falls on stairs, go up sharply. So do 3 things. Keep a real first aid kit where you can find it in the dark. Keep a written list of every medication your household takes with dosages, and talk to your pharmacist now about an emergency supply and how to store anything that needs refrigeration. That list, on paper, is worth more than any gadget here. Number 2. The 3 things that stop working the second the grid does. This isn't one gadget, it's the trio nobody thinks about. Gas pumps run on electricity, so gas stations close. Card readers and ATMs go down, so cash becomes the only currency. And your phone, which holds your insurance policy, your doctor's number, and your family's addresses, has a battery. So, when a storm is forecast, fill your tank. Keep a modest amount of small bills at home. And keep printed copies of your critical documents and phone numbers in a waterproof folder. Every one of these is free or nearly free, and every one of them is what people wish they'd done afterward. And number 1. The thing no gadget can replace. A plan your family has actually discussed. Gear is useless if it's scattered, uncharged, or buried in a closet nobody can find in the dark. And in an outage, families get separated, phones die, nobody knows where to meet or who to call. So decide it now, while the lights are on. Where is the gear in one place that anyone can find blind? Who is the out-of-state contact everyone calls if local lines are jammed? Where do you meet if you can't get home? Do your kids know how to reach a neighbor? Write it down, put a copy on the fridge and one in each car, and walk through it once. It costs nothing. It takes 20 minutes,